Namo Aditava, good morning. Thanks for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I'm determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. For our Dharma lesson, we're reading Ajahn Chah's book, Everything is Teaching Us, and we're going to talk on the Monastery of Confusion. We should recognize when people's spiritual faculties are not yet mature. So, what should we do? We're like someone selling medicine. You've probably seen or heard them driving around with their loudspeakers touting the different medicines they have for different maladies. People who have bad headaches or poor digestion might come to buy. We can accept money from those who buy our medicine. We don't take money from someone who doesn't buy anything. We can feel glad about the people who do buy something. If others stay in their houses and don't come out to buy, we shouldn't get angry with them for that. We shouldn't criticize them. If we teach people but they can't practice properly, we shouldn't be getting angry with them. Don't do that. Don't criticize them, but rather keep on instructing them and leading them along. Whenever their faculties have ripened sufficiently, then they will want to do it. Just like when we are selling medicine, we just keep on doing our business. When people have ailments that trouble them, they will buy. Those who don't see a need to buy medicine probably aren't suffering from any such conditions, so never mind. Keeping at it with this attitude, these problems will be done with. There were such situations in the Buddha's time, too. We want to do it right, but somehow we can't get there yet. Our own faculties are not sufficiently mature. Our power-me are not complete. It's like fruit that's still growing on the tree. You can't force it to be sweet. It's still unripe. It's small and sour, simply because it hasn't finished growing. You can't force it to be bigger, to be sweet, to be ripe. You have to let it ripen according to its nature. As time passes and things change, people may come to spiritual maturity. As time passes, the fruit will grow, ripen, and sweet of its own accord. With such an attitude, you can be at ease. But if you are impatient and dissatisfied, you keep asking, why isn't this mango sweet yet? Why is it sour? It's still sour because it's not ripe. That's the nature of fruit. The people in the world are like that. It makes me think of the Buddha's teaching about 4 kinds of lotus. Some are still in the mud, some have grown out of the mud but are under the water, some are at the surface of the water, and some have risen above the water and blossomed. The Buddha was able to give his teaching to so many various beings because he understood their different levels of spiritual development. We should think about this and not feel oppressed by what happens here. Just consider yourselves to be like someone selling medicine. Your responsibility is to advertise it and make it available. If someone gets sick, they are likely to come and buy it. Likewise, if people's spiritual faculties mature sufficiently, one day they are likely to develop faith. It's not something we can force them to do. Seeing it in this way, we will be okay. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thanks for joining me today.